Today's best music.
Magic 89.9.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the live drive sessions. Welcome to the chat room. We are live. My name is Boom Gonzalez. Thanks for watching. For those who are watching on Facebook Live and on, I think we're on the Kumu app also right now, and you are listening to us also through Twitch and through, of course, Magic 89.9, whether you are on the road or working from home. My name is Boom. I am out of quarantine, folks. I've done 2 shows from quarantine, and this is going to be my first show out of quarantine, but here in my home in Singapore. And for the first time, I decided to do it from my floor because I felt like I wanted to be just relaxed and cozy for our special guests for today. And I'm so excited that I have them. I'm so happy that they actually are together and they're making time for this show. That was my fear, to get them together at one day to make time for the show. But they're here. Leanne and Naara is with us here on Live Drive Sessions. They enter the chat room. Hello.
Yay. Hello.
So
What's up?
Hi everyone, to all the listeners. Hello, hi Boom. Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, first of all, let me do a quick story lang. I thought about like inviting you a month ago because, leading up to the album, obviously, which you released November 27, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I figured, okay, it's too early. Let's do it maybe a couple of weeks, a week before. Then I changed my mind thinking that wouldn't it be fun to talk to you guys that after the album just released, because you've gotten some, I guess, feedback already, maybe opinions about it. Both of you have already kind of probably the idea of having the album has sunk in after, di ba, mga 4 or 5 days. So I thought I'd trash the idea to guest you before and decided ngayon na lang. I think it's a perfect time. How does it feel after all this build up 4 or 5 years? Nasadya naman. But now that you have an album finally for all of your fans, I mean, has it sunk in after 4 or 5 days of releasing it?
It actually hasn't.
Till now.
It's still crazy to us, thinking about how we've been in the scene for 4 years. Most artists usually release an album right away, but it took us years, and we would always tell our fans, our listeners, the album's coming soon.
Yeah.
But ngayon pala talaga siya na, okay, it's finally here.
After 4 years.
Yeah, it's not just stock anymore, Yeah.
Finally.
And it was intentional, right? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. It's not like ayaw nyo namang gumawa. Parang ang pagkakaintindi ko dyan is that you guys wanted some sort of a build-up. I mean, 4 years is quite a build-up, but it was part of the plan, right? Na hindi agad-agad to Yes, go ahead, please. Yeah.
Sorry, but actually, we were already planning on releasing one probably a couple of years ago, but we never really found the time. And it's only because, quarantine happened and we had nothing to do. We had no gigs. We finally had time to really sit down and focus on working on the album.
Yeah. And we weren't in a rush in
that's true,
making an album.
That's
true. We wanted it to be perfect.
Yeah, it takes time. It takes time. You can't rush perfection.
Oh, it's absolutely
perfect.
Yeah.
I think it's absolutely perfect. I enjoy it. The album
Thank
Daybreak.
you so much.
Thank
8
you.
songs. Oh, I loved the album. I loved even the teasers that you did. I was actually watching also your countdown to Daybreak. When you were
watching
our sleepwear.
When you were in your jammies and when we couldn't hear the piano, the keyboards at one point. No, it was fun. I thought
it was chaotic, fun, chaotic energy.
I think that's what made it more fun. That everything was so bahala na, tara, gawin na lang natin to. And then it was so... Okay, well, I was going to ask you, my first question was supposed to be what I usually ask my musical guests. I asked Ebe, John Oy, Keiko, Quest, Clara, Bea, everybody the same thing. at the start of the show, I was going to ask what was 2020 supposed to look like for you guys if the pandemic didn't happen. But you kind of answered it already. Because I don't want to say that the pandemic forced you to do the album, because that doesn't sound positive at all. But parang it gave you time and the option to now do it. And hindi naman, you don't feel like it was forced or anything like that. It came naturally to you guys.
It did. I really think it did.
We've been planning to record like last year pa.
Yeah, it's true.
We don't have time nga. And then this year.
Yeah, it's sort of like actually a gift, I guess. The gift of time was what we really had. And but everything just fell into place because we worked with the right people. I think it really helped that we worked with the best people like that I could imagine. The best team. So it really helped out. Like Warner Music and everyone, the creative team, Shaira Luna, and the producer Brian Lotto, Sonic State. Everything just went smoothly. It didn't feel forced at all.
Yes.
Despite the limitations and probably the restrictions of the pandemic, you felt like it couldn't have gone any more perfect, parang ganon?
Well, I guess we had some challenges along the way, but thinking about it, parang
it's worth it.
I think that's like it's in its full potential in a way, because the way that our producer worked on it was really brilliant. Ang galing, the arreglo and all. I mean, the songs most of them are already finished, written.
Right.
Kaya it was more of the arreglo na lang that we really needed to work on in the studio.
Right. So technically, the pandemic was a blessing in disguise for you guys, in a way. I mean, we don't want to. You know what I mean? I don't want to. Correct. I don't want people to take it the wrong way. Na parang, relax, social media, relax, okay? We're putting everything in context. For those of you just tuned in, we are live right now with Leanne and Naara, and the album is Daybreak. So okay, tell me, what has the response been so far? Before I let you sing your first song, what has been the whether it's from friends or fans? You'll hear what I think later, midway through the show, because I like talking about here on the show with my musical guests. I like talking about not just the album but the songs, even if you don't sing it. I want to talk about it with you because this is my chance to kind of like talk to the artist, diba? Ang saya nun eh. So, but on your end, what has been the parang feedback so far?
Most of them loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And parang whenever we ask them kung ano yung favorite song nila, lagi yung 3 songs na yun yung lumalabas.
Talaga? Alin?
Choose You, Prayers, and Let Go.
Yeah. I think it's very very emotional. Yes. All these 3 songs and very true, you know.
Right. Wow. Oo nga, ang hirap pumili, no? Mahirap pumili. And those sorry, go ahead.
Some of them are saying na good thing daw na nasabi namin sa kanila to listen to it ng sunod-sunod.
Oh yeah, the track list, the listing, track list.
I did hear that during your countdown. You were saying something, and that's how I listened to the album. I didn't shuffle it. I was trying to, and maybe I was forcing myself to create a story on my own. Pero I was trying to parang picture
sound.
See, I was going to, I can't wait to talk about that because I wanted to mention those things na mga napansin ko from the sound aspect. And so you're saying the favorite so far, Choose You, Let Go, and
Prayers.
And they all sound different.
Yeah, actually.
Diba?
One is like more R&B, is more.
Medyo isa parang old school 60s jazz. And then one is, that's interesting. Sige, we'll get into that in a bit. But of course, we're here to listen to you sing, and we're so lucky to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, first song, Leanne and Naara, right here on the Live Drive Sessions of Magic 89.9.
There's just something about the way you look me in the eye. I could tell right away you'll keep me occupied, thinking about you every day. Now everything reminds me of you. Do you even see me to feel the same way that I do? Or maybe I'm just a fool for you, keeping me up all night, keeping me up all night, keeping me up all night. You got me thinking this could be something. You're keeping me up all night, keeping me up all night. But you know I don't mind. You got me thinking this could be something. You're keeping me up all night. Nights are getting longer, and I can't help but wonder if you lose your sleep. Think about me, tell me honestly. Do you even see me too? Feel the same way that I do? Or maybe I'm just a fool for you. You're keeping me up all night, keeping me up all night, keeping me up all night. 'Cause you got me thinking this could be something. Keeping me up all night, keeping me up all night. But you know I don't mind. You got me thinking this could be something. You're keeping me up all night. Keeping me up all night, keeping me up till the break of dawn, and ain't gonna stop till the sun is gone. Stuck in a daydream, 'cause you're the one who's keeping me up all night, keeping me up till the break of dawn, and ain't gonna stop till the sun is gone. Stuck in a daydream, 'cause you're the one who's keeping me up all, keeping me up all. Oh, you're keeping me up all night, keeping me up all night. 'Cause you got me thinking this could be something. You're keeping me up all night, keeping me up all night. But you know I don't mind. You got me thinking this could be something. You're keeping me up all night. Keeping me up all, keeping me up all night.
Woo. Yeah. Leanne and Naara right here, Magic 89.9 on live drive sessions, keeping me up all night. Interesting. The video, obviously, very playful, very fun. You've talked about it in different interviews. The first part, I remember Naara was with
The skeleton.
with your partner. It first reminded me right away of I forgot the song, but from Tableau, Tableau, for those who say Tableau or Tableau, where she's being interviewed by a puppet, and then she suddenly starts flirting with a puppet, and then has an affair with a puppet. It just I forgot the title of the song, but it's a Tableau track.
Yeah.
Yes, they're driving, the car. Yeah, it was so, and then she starts making out with the puppet also, and all that. It's so crazy that it just reminded me of that. And then of course your part, it's very different. You're like,
I was just
coffee. There's cleaning. There's
games, video games.
Yeah. So what keeps you guys up all night? Let's talk about that. Are you naturally insomniacs?
I am. I used to be. It used to be very bad, but now it's gotten better naman. But the latest I'd sleep now is like 2 a.m. That's the latest now. Usually I go until like 7, 5 or 7, 6. But yeah, and that's how I write songs before. But I figured out, it's not very healthy, and I don't like waking up at noon and stuff like that. I like waking up in the morning and getting.
It's a horrible feeling, isn't it? Sometimes.
Yeah.
Pag naging regular na, parang hindi na tama to eh.
That's true.
Pag yun yung body clock
Okay lang siya
mo.
pag minsan, gano'n. When you're hungover. When you're hungover.
Yeah, right. Nara, are you the same?
No, I'm not. I sleep
she's a
at
baby.
like 12:30. But recently, just this year lang ako natuto uminom ng coffee. So whenever I
Really?
drink coffee after 4 p.m., super late na ako nakatulog.
Baliktad na.
The effect is worse.
4 p.m. pa lang, ah.
Bad.
So even with all of those hours passing by, you're
Yeah, I
wired,
feel
ganun
so
ba?
alive at night. Yes, but
Oh, wow.
like now, medyo nililesen ko na siya because it's not healthy. Yeah, to sleep
Wow.
at late at night.
Of course, of course. How did you cure that, Leanne? Yung
How did I cure?
curious lang ako for people who
think-
are watching us who are insomniacs and I know the feeling of like 5 a.m., 4 a.m. na wala, hindi ka makatulog. How do you get over that? How did you cure that?
I think it's funny because I think I started sleeping early when the quarantine started, and my dad moved here from Iloilo because they're based in Iloilo, my family. And now
Ilonggo.
he's here. Yeah,
Yes.
very Ilonggo. So now he's here, and we sort of have this routine at home where we eat at 12 noon and we eat
Right.
dinner at 7 p.m. and we pray the
Right.
rosary at 8:30 p.m.
Retreat.
Right.
And we sleep after that. So I think I got kind of used to that.
Mm.
So
Right.
yeah, I was cured of the insomnia.
Cured. Kasi nagkaroon ng structure, kumbaga.
Yes,
Yeah.
You know, that's what
exactly.
quarantine, right? That's what quarantine.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, like me, I got quarantined for 14 days here in
Oh
Singapore.
my god.
I had to because I had to, not because I was sick.
Yeah.
but
Yes, yeah.
Because I had to. And yeah, the only way I could have survived was to have somehow do my show still while I'm in quarantine, but also every day do some sort of structured thing
Yeah.
just to get through the days. Speaking of, Leanne and Naara, you are in the Warner's studios
Yes, we are.
offices
Warner
right
Music
now.
Office, yeah.
And I'm in Singapore, where I have been since November 5. I was quarantined for 14 days. I'm now in my home in Singapore. And I know Singapore holds a nice, dear place in your hearts, correct?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Tell for those who don't know, tell us
Special.
about it. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
it was our first out of the country gig.
Yeah.
2 years ago
With the band.
with a band, full band
Full
at
band.
Marina Bay Sands.
It was for
Sands,
bandwagon.
MBS.
Yeah.
For Bandwagon Asia.
Oh, nice.
Mm.
It's just crazy. Like when we got the info now we were gonna do a gig there, we were like, is this real? Someone pinch me.
So
And we were like with two other artists from Asia then.
Yeah.
Two
Right.
more women
Mhm,
artists. So
mhm.
Right.
it was such a special night, and to be with the band outside the country and to play music with them and to have to encounter Singaporeans who have listened to our music
Yes.
and for them to ask her for autographs. It's like
Picture.
what? So it was so crazy talaga. It was such a fun,
Mm.
crazy trip.
Because I mean, technically, from the very start, you guys were global hits already.
No
I mean,
way.
diba? I mean,
Yeah, I think
think
it was
about
the way-
that 4 years ago.
yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
When Again was released,
Mm.
Right.
it came as such a surprise to everyone. No one expected it to blow
Yeah.
up like it did.
It's true.
And I think
Except for you.
no, we didn't know.
Yeah, we didn't know.
That was our first ever
It
original.
was. It
out.
was. Right.
And I think it was really the work then of our producer
Mhm.
back then. It was Sir Jonathan Ong did a really wonderful job with that track. So yeah,
It was
Grabe.
Yeah.
Grabe yun.
the song
experience.
the song that launched
Started.
you guys. So Singapore is good. It was a great
Yep.
experience for you.
Mhm.
super.
Did you get
Can't wait to go back.
Did you get to
yes.
go around and eat?
Yes,
My
we had-
favorite food is roti.
Roti prata and all of
Yeah,
that stuff.
prata.
Chili
yeah.
Right.
crab.
Well, you know what? If by any accident or chance that you guys come back and I'm here, because I'm here very often, also
Yeah.
Philippines, Singapore, and I'll take you to not the stuff that you experienced in the city, but I'll bring you to the
Oh.
local, the communities, the local
Oh
stuff
my
where the
God.
real food is.
Oh yes,
Okay. And
it's
please.
like-
I would
Yes.
very much love
And
that.
it's like half the price of everything in the city too.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Really, that's the real Singapore. But anyway, okay,
Look.
that we'll plan that some other
Looking
time.
forward to
Yeah.
it.
Yes. Okay, 4 years after, how has it been for you guys? When did you think, did you turn the corner? Like, okay, first, okay, naging global hit na nga yung Again. And then the Singapore thing. But was there any other moment throughout in the last 4 years? I don't know, maybe your first video, first radio play, first whatever, regardless of the station. What was it that you had the little moment between the two of you? Say, hey, medyo, I think you got something here. Or was it when you got signed? Or
I think for me, it would be when we started playing with a full band 2 years ago.
2 years?
Because before that, it was just me and Naara, and we do acoustic sets.
Mm.
And well, some of the songs kasi sayang without the full band experience.
I
So
have
when
to
we
agree.
started playing with them, the first gig that we actually had with them was I came from Singapore and I had to go home early
Oh
because we
yeah,
had a
for
gig.
Sing Jazz. Yeah,
Yeah.
you went to
I went to watch Sing Jazz.
Yeah.
I was
I went to
there.
watch
Was
Jamie,
it what year?
Jamie
Wait.
Cullum.
Oh yeah, that was the year I was
I
at
was
Sing Jazz
there.
too. Yeah,
I was
okay,
there,
cool.
yeah.
All right.
Crazy. So I came back early. So we do the gig in UP Town Center. It was the first time with the band, and parang that experience was just wild because we were with
Super
Four of
wild.
Spades, so there was a lot of people came to
Correct,
watch the
right,
show,
right.
and the feedback that we got after was just parang we never
Huge.
thought that people would think our sets were exciting,
Yeah.
diba? Na parang
Iba
they were
experience.
like, yeah, I thought Leanne and Naara was just an acoustic band. And I thought
Right.
it'd be very chill, but then they got on stage and they were so electrifying that the set was so electrifying. It was so exciting to watch, and we were like, let's keep doing this. This is something. And then it grew and it grew more listeners, and the band was really such a great help because of that.
Iba rin yung chemistry
Iba
namin
rin.
with the band. So, we clicked agad.
Sobra,
so, yun.
sobra.
Iba pa yun. Siyempre,
The
it's not
relationship
just
with them.
it's not just because it was with the band, but because it was with that particular band.
Yes.
Yes.
That
parang-
particular group talaga.
Right, the group of guys that you played
Yes.
with.
Yeah.
And this is no disrespect to both of you. I've obviously heard and watched and seen you guys play
Yeah.
acoustic and all that. But in the context of the Daybreak album, in my opinion, people have to. This includes myself in the future when things are normalized na sa atin sa Pinas. I would love to hear you guys sing the songs with
Full
the band.
Yeah.
Just like I enjoyed the album
Yes.
like in its entirety with all the elements and the melodies
Yes.
because I felt like it was just more fun with the band. Like again, no disrespect, not to say that
yes. No, we get it. Yeah.
because you guys are already, we know that you're great acoustically already, but this I thought listening to it, just, it's so much fun. Like it really
That's true.
popped with the elements that
That
you
bass
included.
line.
Everything.
It's a full band. Yeah.
I mean that. I'm not trying to blow your horn here. I really mean that. Congratulations. Daybreak is the album. It's out. You can stream it, of course. And we got a lot of exciting things to talk about still with Leanne and Naara. One of the reasons why they're there in the Warner Studios. We'll talk about that in a bit. But first, how about we listen to a second song? What are we going to hear?
This is Who's Gonna Love You.
Yep.
Oh, okay. By the way, before you do,
Oh, yeah.
for the record, for those of you who are maybe catching you for the very first time, watching you for the very first time, or listening to you, first of all, thank you for tuning in and watching. Secondly, the girls in the video, that's not them, okay? Just to be clear. Klaruin lang natin para alam na nila. This is Leanne and Naara and they're
us.
live.
They're just
Live drive
playing us.
session.
I'm kidding.
Go ahead, girls.
Okay, here we go.
Game.
1, 2, 3. Looking for love in all the wrong places. So sick and tired of all of these faces. Saturday night in a bar or 2 to 3 or 4, but I can't seem to find just the one I've been looking for. So you cool with me and you think it's right, 'cause we dance till 3, yeah, we up all night. Then you got my phone, put your number in. You said you'll call, see you again. Who's gonna love you when sun comes out? And who's gonna be there by the time you wake up?
and your friends didn't show. Yeah, spending so much time on wine and alcohol. But when you go and finally see what you've been looking for, you won't be dancing on your own. We can dance till 3, we can go all night, but it doesn't mean that you hold me tight. When the music's gone, I'll be on my own. For every goodbye, there's another hello. But who's gonna love you when the sun comes up? And who's gonna be there by the time you wake up? 4 in the morning, and you run out of love. Yeah, but who's gonna love you when the sun comes up? Can I stay a while? Can I stay a while? Can I take my time? Can I take my time? I'll just try to find someone who makes me feel alive, to keep me alive. But who's gonna love you when the sun comes up? Who's gonna be there by the time you wake up? 4 in the morning, and you run out of love. Who's gonna love when the sun comes up? Who's gonna love you?
Woo! Leanne and Naara right here on Live Drive Sessions, live on air on Magic 89.9 for those listening on the road or working from home. Or wait, teka, holiday ba? Hindi, kahapon pala yata.
Kahapon.
Kahapon pala.
December na.
December 1, happy Merry Christmas to both of you.
Merry Christmas.
And to everybody watching, of course, on Facebook Live and on the Kumu app. My name is Boom. And those two songs that you heard that they played, of course, all part of the Magic playlist. And you can hear them on the radio and you can stream for yourself. The album is called Daybreak.
Yes.
8 songs, 8 wonderful songs. Here's our cat, by the way, Molly. Enter the, just chilling
So
here
chubby.
at home. My dog's right over there. Well, he'll enter in a bit, so
Wanna have a cat?
he's taking his time. Well, yeah. So, I got distracted, Molly. This is what you do. So, did people get surprised with your? I was asking about opinions and feedback about the album. Are people commenting about your shift or style change or whatever? I don't want to put too much emphasis on that because I feel like, in my opinion at least, if you're a real fan of Leanne and Naara and you've been listening for the last 4 years and watching and what, you've said this long time ago that, hey, expect a lot of things from us. We're not just this and this. We're going to experiment with sounds. I know you used to say that a lot. So
Yeah.
to the real fans, it shouldn't be a surprise. But for those who forgot and were noticing some pop flavor in this album, which I think gets a bad rap, the word pop. What did you get as a feedback, and what do you say about these things?
Actually, it's interesting because kahit kami, we were at first, was a bit hesitant to really
Kahit
go
kayo,
that route because
Yeah.
we don't think baka mamaya hindi namin mapanindigan that pop sound, diba? Parang
True.
paano yung follow through? Okay, ang ganda ng recording, but what if we play it now? But I guess kasi if the goal is to really reach more people, and I guess what we tried to do lang was keep our flavor and keep what we usually do, like the writing and everything, retain the writing and sort of just level up in a way, like make it more accessible to people, cause medyo ang hirap sabihin kung ano yung gusto ng taong tunog right now. And hindi naman sa sinasabi namin na sumusunod lang kami sa hype, but we just wanted to reach more people, to reach more audiences, to more listeners. And I think that was, one of the best ways to do it, to still retain the Leanne and Naara flavor and make it more
upbeat,
modern in a way.
Modern.
And that's why you still hear Choose You. It's such a crooner type of song, but
correct.
producer was able to make it modern in a way,
Right.
And a lot of people love the song.
Yeah. And I think our trip because we went to this camp in Sweden.
Sweden, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. Yeah.
So interesting. And I think that was also one of the
life-changing experience.
Reasons why we wanted to try on this new sound.
Yes.
I guess. Yeah.
And surprisingly, like when we released Keeping Me Up, a lot of people liked the song.
Yeah, people were like, grabe, it's such a big jump from your acoustic days to this
upbeat.
But it works, right? They were like, you pulled it off and we were like, oh my gosh, yes. Because we were so scared about what people might think. But kasi we enjoyed the process, and I think that's really all that matters, and we're proud of of the work that we've done, and we were just so excited to share it with everyone.
Yeah, you can only control what other people are gonna so much, and regardless of, because I think what matters, and I know my opinion doesn't really hold any weight in this discussion, but I guess what matters is that you guys enjoyed it, and it still felt natural to you, and maybe that's why people enjoyed it, because they still felt you, regardless if they were new listeners or the hardcore fans who followed you in your acoustic days. But we all have to evolve at some point, right?
That's true.
Mean, without abandoning, I guess, parang your core values or your core sound or whatever it is. But you wanna, isn't that what music is all about? Also,
it's all
but
about
you wanna play around
and exploring and playing around. That's the thing. Parang we don't want to get stuck
out of the box.
We don't want to get stuck in just one thing. Parang okay, ito lang kayo. We can do so much more.
And it's hard to maintain, like, if we go for like this specific sound.
We need
emotional, moody stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right. And I mean, even when you go back to again, you've sang the songs in so many different ways throughout the years. Also, some faster, some slower, depending on where you are or what kind of performance.
That's true.
Some sound a little more popish, and then there are some takes that are more bossa nova-ish, and then so I think I was just curious because that's why I wanted to find out nga, tamang after the album came out, it was a perfect time to talk to you guys because I wanted to find out what they would think. Because this is what I think. First of all, like I said, pop gets such a bad rap. I mean, we're a pop station. We've been playing your stuff for a long, long time.
Thank you.
So, diba? I mean, this whole, if you're an indie station, you can play pop station. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so I think that's the most important thing. All right, we're talking to Leanne and Naara right now. The album again is Daybreak, and they've got some really exciting news actually for everybody. Sorry, I was talking about the fear kasi kanina you mentioned that you personally had your own fear about your own product. Do you miss, this is a stupid question, but some
doing
people,
gigs? Yes.
but some people, like I remember there are some people who really thrived in isolation, and there are some people who really, like, for example, I was talking to Clara probably 2 months ago, Clara Benin, and she said, she loves being isolated. So she thought she became more productive during the whole isolation.
Yeah.
And then in contrast, nung kausap ko si Ebe, and maybe because partly we were drinking when we were doing the show, talagang binuhos niya yung emotion niya na parang walang bumabalik sa kanya na energy from the crowd, and that guy has been doing it for a long time, obviously, so we know about that. What's your take on it and this whole thing?
iba kasi yung whenever you perform live with an audience na face to face kayo.
Correct.
Iba yung batuhan ng energy. Totoo yun. That's true. And before nung quarantine, we do gigs na separate kami. You sing this song and I'm gonna sing this song.
Right.
Super hard. Yeah. So kaya nung nag-meet na kami, parang at last makapag-gig kami together kahit wala yung audience, kahit virtual, okay lang basta magkasama kami. Yeah, pero ang sad pa rin to think na lahat yung audience virtual lang.
That's true.
Super
we miss the energy of the crowd. Tapos to think na, diba, we released our album usually
and we play with full band.
Diba?
Yun eh.
Yun yung
Oo,
masarap. Tutugtugin nyo ng live yung songs. Yun yung na-miss namin na parang walang ganon. Pero still thankful pa rin naman. But of course, we miss it so much.
That's a good point, Leanne. When you said that, did you hesitate na parang ituloy natin yung album kahit na hindi natin mapaperform in the way that we wanted to in front of a... Naisip niyo ba yun? Kasama ba yun sa parang thought process?
We've been thinking about it.
Inisip na lang namin na pag pwede na. We're excited. We're really looking forward. Pag pwede na talagang mag-gig, talagang mag-gig na kami agad-agad.
And I think okay lang din na to release it ngayong pandemic kasi they have more time.
More eyeballs and more ears. Sabi nga namin nila, pinag-uusapan namin yun nila Raymond Marasigan, parang he flipped it and said, but wait a minute, there's actually opportunities to expose the music to more audiences because of, what everybody's doing online now. So talaga, everything is just really a matter of perspective, when it comes to these things. But I'm sure, so back to my original question kanina na dapat, how was 2020 going to look like if there was no pandemic? Then feeling ko, punong-puno yung schedule niyo yun. In terms of the gigs.
Diba? Per months.
Last quarter pa. So parang it's like you kind of think about these things and you take gigging for granted. Like in our case, I don't gig, but watching gigs, me and my wife, we love watching, live performances. So nakakaano rin,
And the friendships, we love, kasi we also have friends in the scene and we love, pag nandun din sila, we watch their set.
Right.
And we get a drink after and we laugh and it's all part, the whole experience is so nakakamiss.
Sa jam pa kayo, minsan.
Ngayon, sa bahay na lang kami.
Ang funny thing then is like, before, ang set namin, nag-start kami at 10 p.m. Pero ngayon, uwian na yan 10 p.m. Kailangan maaga yung
Dati
set.
palabas pa lang ng bahay.
Dati magbubuk ka pa lang ng sasakyan. At 10 p.m. and uwi ka at 1 or 2 a.m. Ngayon, wala na.
Iba na. Tapos si Leanne matutulog na alas 7 na umaga.
Kaya ngayon, wala naman akong gagawin. Matutulog na lang ako.
Ibang-iba na, Ibang-iba na. Well, you know what? As Ebe said on this show, 3 months ago, postponed lang lahat. Postponed.
Yes, postponed.
Okay, we will get to that. Before we get to your third song, did it ever? I want to ask you. You are technically, sabihin na natin, babies compared to, let's say, di ba, yung mga iba, like yung mga Ebe, right? So, 4 years, and it's been great, not a lot of people can talk about their 4-year run and yung may ganito na, may album na, you've shot your videos, you've done, stuff with Shira, you're doing all of these things, and we'll talk about that a little later. But did it come to a point na naisip nyo, wow, this is a lot of work also. Like, and I say that from a positive and a negative standpoint now. Wow, this takes a lot of work. Game. Okay, this is what we wanted. Or this takes a lot of work. Parang this is not as fun as it used to be or how I imagined it to be. Do these things enter your head?
I take it as a good stress. Good kind of stress.
Yeah. I think when we were starting out, we didn't really appreciate all the blessings that we had. Like after graduating, we were signed right away by Warner Music.
Right.
And we weren't.
How lucky.
Yeah.
Everybody gets that, really.
I know. And that's why parang I think we sort of took it for granted in a way because we didn't like our heads weren't really totally in the game. Like, because
Naglalaro pa, parang
we were
ganon?
doing theater stuff on the side. We were doing theater stuff on the side. So we had to say no to a lot of opportunities. To some opportunities back then na siguro kung hindi kami nag-say no to it. Tapos ngayon lang namin siya na-realize na parang now that we're older na alam mo yon, sana we took that chance and talagang minute na natin yung pwede mangyari. But now, parang no regrets. We're still here. You know, we're not out of time.
Lahat.
Yeah, and we've grown as an individuals and as musicians as well. So every time there's an opportunity, kahit matrabaho siya, we just take it. And it's hard kasi because we're the best of friends. So it's hard to to define the line between work and play.
Yeah.
But we have to constantly remind each other na, hey, this is work time. Let's play later. Let's have fun later. So may ganong maturity.
When it's work time, it's work. When it's work,
wow, how mature.
Mature. But
how mature.
Years.
Years. And it's still, ongoing.
I bet. Yeah. And I think the pandemic also kind of emphasizes that. No?
Yes.
Na parang,
yeah.
Ngayon lalo na parang, okay, we cannot take things for granted.
That's true.
You know, we got picked up out of college for 4 years. We got an album. We got to do this. We got to do that. You got to Sweden to come up with songs and all that. I mean, the list in your infancy, so to speak, ang punong-puno na, no? The Sweden thing, was that a Warner thing?
Parang it's an annual thing na lahat ng artists from Warner.
Parang yung kay Keiko.
Yeah.
Ganun din, di ba siya London naman yata si Keiko?
I think doon naman niya ginawa yung album.
Right. Yeah, with whom we had also on the show, I think around 3 weeks ago before she got engaged.
Yes.
Wow, diba?
A week before she got engaged. Hindi pa niya hinintay na i-announce sa show ko.
Oh.
No. But yeah, so it was kind of the same. It's Warner initiated.
Yes. In a way,
What an experience. What an
Super.
experience.
It's crazy.
All right.
Life-changing.
Leanne and Naara with us here on Live Drive Sessions. I am excited about this third song, if it is what I think it is. And I know a lot of your fans are too, because this is one of their favorites, you said?
Oh,
Wait, are we? I don't know if we're talking about the same song. From the album pa rin?
No, this is an old song. Later.
So we're going to go back.
Save the best for last.
Sige. So, okay, still excited.
Back in time.
Because after 4 years, we're going to hear a different take, maybe. We're going back in this one, 2016, di ba ito?
Yep.
For this song.
Yes.
Track's called Again, Leanne and Naara, right here on Magic 89.9.
When the morning comes, I'll claim it. I don't want to waste one more minute, 'cause I want to feel again. Yes, I want to feel again. Yeah, this isn't a love song. Oh no, it's more like a plea. You see this predicament I'm in, it's a really tough one, but I need a hand. See, I think I have lost my sense of feeling. To be quite frank, I think my body's missing a piece. Mine's nowhere to be found. I've been searching all around. So if you find my heart searching for a place where it can spend the night, won't you keep it safe? When the morning comes, I claim it. I don't want to waste one more minute, 'cause I want to feel again. Yes, I want to feel again. There's a person standing right in front of me hears me talking, feels me breathing, but doesn't know where I am. It's a pity, please forgive me. I've been caught up in this gem of unfortunate apathy, and it's hard when I still want to choose you every day, and that's my plan. So if you find my heart searching for a place where it could spend the night, won't you keep it safe? When the morning comes, I'll claim it. I don't want to waste one more minute, 'cause I want to feel again. Yes, I want to feel again. Oh, when the morning comes, I claim it. I don't want to waste one more minute, 'cause I want to feel again. Yes, I want to feel again.
Woo, woo, woo. Still sounds good after 4 years. Leanne and Naara,
Thank you.
and again, right here on the live drive sessions of Magic 89.9. For those listening on radio, working from home, on the road, for those watching on Facebook Live and the Kumu app, and of course on Twitch, and of course eventually on Spotify and on YouTube. This will be up
Wow.
soon enough. Yeah, it will be on all platforms. So I'm so happy to have you. Molly's very happy. She's asleep, but she's here. You should see my dog, Bo. Come here, Bo. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Okay, while we wait for my boss. Come. He's still stretching. Leanne and Naara, the track is called Again, and I remember when I heard the album. Come here, closer.
Oh my gosh.
Come
my
here,
God.
Come here. Bo,
He's huge.
here. Come here.
Is he
Yeah,
huge?
he doesn't know where to go. He's like, where all the lights?
Bo.
Oh yeah, right, yeah, the star of the show. So I remember when I was thinking about I heard the album Daybreak for the very first time. I was thinking, honestly, Again can make this album if you really wanted to. You know what I mean? That's why I felt
we
like
could just change it up.
Yeah.
correct. That's why I felt like there's really shouldn't be any kind of cause for concern or worry about the shift and all of these things. It's still as beautiful as ever when you hear it. And you do have this tendency to do kind of like jazzy bossa nova stuff. I mean, am I correct? Was it Never Made It Far also has kind of like
oh
that?
my gosh. That is
Diba?
like
My
the
fave.
summary of the album.
Yeah.
Everything that parang okay, this is what we did. We mixed bossa and hip hop.
Yes.
So that was
Or
like
Never Made It Far.
Yeah.
yeah.
The intro.
Right.
Yeah.
See, that's how I listen to these albums and these songs. I kind of like really try to listen to. I'm not a lyrics guy, unfortunately. I cannot after all these years, but I catch hooks and melodies and elements very quickly. Like, so when I'm listening to these songs, like for example, Never Made It Far, or when I listen to Choose You, I remember I even asked my mom to listen to Choose You because I said to her, "You might like this song," because my mom loved the big band jazz style of music. So it's like that whole smoky room bar scene, so slow dancing kind of song. Am I wrong for thinking that?
You are so
You're
right. No, I'm in love with jazz. I've always been. Ever since I was
That's why you were in Sing Jazz. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay,
I love Jamie
gets.
Cullum. I love Jamie.
Yeah, right. Okay, now it all makes sense. So, and then I remember this for Who's Gonna Love You, something that you won't hear in, let's say, an acoustic performance like earlier in the show, like that guitar solo, because there's a guitar solo, right?
Shout out to Kiki.
That was
yes.
That was really wow. Cause parang the producer or producer Brian Lotto, he's like, maglagay naman tayo ng guitar solo sa isang kanta kahit isa lang. So we were like, who's gonna love you is the perfect song. So when we recorded that, di namin alam how the guitar solo was gonna sound like because it was just in his head. Na parang the guitar, si Kuya Kid was just gonna come in parang 2 days after pa. So we were in the studio and recorded the vocals, and then when they finished the whole thing and they sent it to us, we were like, whoa.
So parang ano na lang niya, Finri style lang niya yun, parang gano'n?
Parang naisip niya lang bigla. Actually, our producer had something else in mind. Pero nung ginawa niya yun, parang,
sige na. Go mo na yan. Yan na yun.
Sobrang galing.
That's interesting. Yeah, so that's what I noticed. I mean, because I've seen the video, obviously, and again, for the record, that's not them.
Yeah, we're not white.
Yeah. So it was, my ears were concentrating on the melody. So that's, sabi ko parang, out of nowhere, I heard a guitar solo. I didn't expect it to begin with. I think that's what got me, that I wasn't looking out for anything like that. And then I heard it.
Surprise!
Right. So I took note of that. And then there are songs that, and I think this is characteristic of your style in the last 4 years. Again, please correct me if I'm wrong. You like change of paces a lot. From beginning, like till the morning comes, diba? May mga change of pace. Is that you, Naara? Am I right by saying that?
Rap thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very challenging. And to the point now when we were recording the demo, I forgot that it was a rap. So I sang it ng verse.
It goes from the rooftop to
she sang it like
from the rooftop to the basement.
Right,
like, what are you doing?
And she and Blotto was like, were laughing. Yeah, they were laughing. And I was like, why? Tapos parang sinabi nila, kinanta mo yun ng verse, dapat rap. Sabi ko, oo nga pala. Rap pala siya.
It's fun. Because I feel like, ngayon lang lumalabas yung side namin na ganito, more playful. Because the way we write, kasi we don't write like naman every time it sounds like Again or New York and Back. We have some songs that are really upbeat or like more groovy than the others.
Right.
Because like we listen to a lot of like Stevie Wonder and all of these really artists. So it's so refreshing that nalabas siya dun sa album. Even the rap.
Yeah, so that's what I noticed until the morning comes, that you change the pace in the middle, and then you had like those killer harmonies in the end of the song.
Yeah.
See?
That's our favorite part.
Yeah.
See, so that's why I said before the show started, I said, hey, I want to talk about the songs with you guys because it's rare that I get, how am I going to talk to Stevie Wonder, right? So, I mean, they talk to you guys, here's a chance, so you get to talk about it. And then, so here's where my dilemma starts. So you said, like, listen to the song from start to finish, don't shuffle it and all that, right? That's what you guys said. So ako naman, masunuring bata, yun ang ginawa ko. But I'm thinking the reason why you said that was maybe from a sound aspect or from a story aspect or whatever. I was, ano ba yung sinasabi nila? Now I have to concentrate on freaking lyrics. I'm not a lyrics guy. So, pero parang hindi. And then all of a sudden, from Till the Morning Comes, I think the next was prayers.
Yeah.
So I'm like, teka. Bakit bigla tumambyo dito sa prayers?
Bigla nagpahinga siya. Yun yung rest talaga ng album.
It's okay. Tell me, what's the story of the succession? So, because I cannot figure it out on my own.
Yeah. It's funny kasi when we were recording the mismong songs individually, hindi naman namin inisip na, okay, dapat yung dulo nito tatahi dun sa next song. Kasi we didn't really have a track list yet in mind.
Okay.
Pero, when all the songs were finished na, we sat down and listened to it in the studio. And dun namin siya, parang puzzle pieces na pinagdikit-dikit namin na, ay, okay to, na ito yung next song after Keeping Me Up, papahinga tayo, Choose You tayo. May ganun. So, dun namin nabuo na importante, ganito yung pagkakasunod-sunod ng song. So, tahi siya in your ears.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like sunod-sunod na puro upbeat na baka mapagod yung ears ng
Gets.
Kasi 'di ba parang
papagod
puro
energy.
pataas biglang i-drop mo. So parang
roller coaster
okay. So kaya nga yung reaction ko when I heard prayers, I was like, just as I was getting into a groove, biglang, "Uy!" biglang, ganun. But again, as I always say, listening to these songs and albums, it's really up to the listener. Hey,
Yes.
they're not saying don't enjoy it in the
Yes.
shuffle mode. Then go ahead if that's what you want,
Yeah.
or just
Yes.
keep repeating like one song if
Yeah.
kung yun talaga gusto mo di ba?
You.
Ganun talaga. It's really up to you as long as you listen to the album. It's an incredible album. It's
Thank
called
you.
Daybreak. I love it.
Thank
8
you.
songs, and that's why it's hard for me to choose a favorite because I
Uh-huh.
think, and I really am saying this with with all honesty. I think I like them for very different reasons
Yes.
because
Yes.
I already mentioned like, okay, this one reminded me of my mom's
Yeah.
time because of that. So I
Yeah.
asked her to. I think I was reminded of a song like, that "You Don't Know Me" song, the old
Oh, even
song,
Shira Luna was telling us that it reminded her of that song.
right? The
No,
one who,
no,
when
the
that,
one.
Oh.
yun, right? The one that had Michael Bublé. They had so many.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love that song.
Ray Charles had a version of that and
Yeah.
all that. So that's how it reminded me of. And then, you have the playful stuff of, yeah, who's gonna love you and
Yeah.
keeping you up, and then of course the beats. That's why, and then the bossa nova, which I mentioned, which I also love.
Yeah.
So those are the elements that I enjoyed, and I hope the audience hearing this, listening, whether it's now live or when they hear
Mm.
this on YouTube or on Spotify, you get to enjoy it that way too. Now, the next song you're going to do it, which is your last song
Yeah.
here
Yes.
on the show. But after that, can we just chat just a little while before
Yes,
Sure.
I let
sure,
you go?
sure.
Because I
Sure.
also want to talk about the fact why you're there in Warner. Obviously, we have to talk about that.
Okay.
The next song, which you mentioned at the start of the show, when you said that this was one of the favorites of most of your fans,
Yeah.
I wasn't shocked because the first time I heard this song, my notes were this was probably the most song playable from the left to the right frequency when you talk about
Yeah.
radio,
Yeah.
in my
Mm.
opinion. Like you can hear this song Jam, our sister station,
Yeah.
shout out,
Yeah.
and you can go all the way to the right side. I mean,
Yeah.
guys, I'm exaggerating, not each
Yeah.
and every
Yeah.
single,
Yeah.
but you get what I'm saying. Like
Yes.
Yes.
I feel from a melody, lyrics, and just the format of the song. I don't know if that's the right term.
Yeah.
It has the most probability in terms of reaching a wider audience. Am
Yeah.
I wrong or right? What do you think about
You
my
are
You're
correct.
thoughts?
correct. And that's the very reason why we chose it as our
Our last
carrier
yeah,
single of the
yeah.
album.
And your
Very
last song, yes,
And our last
for
song.
today.
Yeah.
Right, right. And of course, we're talking about the song.
yeah.
Let
Let
go.
go.
Okay, finally, we'll
By the
get to
way,
hear that. Tama, tama. Ito yung Succession, folks. Ako yung nagkamali kanina. This is all live. Leanne and Naara is with us here at Live Drive Sessions of Magic 89.9.
Sitting in my seat, really don't wanna leave. Could I get one more embrace? Heart upon my sleeve, afraid that I've fallen too deep. Can we stay the same? 'Cause I started getting used to all the laughter and your smile's too hard to forget. Already miss you so bad. Wanna hold you till we're older. Time will come for us. I know I'll be waiting, never chasing, and I'll never, ever, ever, never let go. So much left to say. The city is fading.
Grabe, finishing strong talaga, no? Woo! Let go!
Ang taas
Leanne
niya.
and Naara. A Magic 89.9. Boy, wow. I mean,
Hey.
to hear it now, even in that version, that's beautiful. I found my notes. I found my notes when I heard the song. I wrote down potential to resonate with most listeners
Wow.
from a message, beat, melody, and lyric standpoint. Maybe even good for a movie. That's what I put.
Wow.
A lot
My
of
notes.
people I've been saying.
Hopefully.
Para siyang movie soundtrack.
Yeah,
or
OST. Yes.
Sana.
Right?
Sana. Hi. If you want to use our song, just
You-
message us.
I think you guys gotta be ready to be singing this song, over and over again because this,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I think this has really potential to get a lot of airplay, and not to say that the rest doesn't, but I know you know what I mean when I say that there are just some certain songs that just resonate to more people who have different tastes in music.
Yes.
Na parang pasok sa checklist, di ba?
Yeah.
This one is, it's cinematic, I guess would be the best word for me to describe it. It's great. Let go. Again, from the album Daybreak, from Leanne and Naara. The album, you can stream it. And soon enough, Daybreak is turning into
A podcast.
Podcast.
That's exactly why we're here
Yes.
in Warner Music. We're
See,
shooting
that
a
is-
podcast right now.
Right. So off the air, before we started, I asked Leanne, or I don't know, it was Leanne or Nara that I asked.
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah. So where were you and why are you there? And please tell everybody what's going on. What's this new bit of news?
Okay, so as our way of talking more about the album, we decided actually Warner Music has planned that we do a podcast, and in this podcast we have guests, people that we've worked with in the album, people we've worked in the past, our mentors, our bandmates. So it's supposed to be really fun, and we just really talk about the album and even just day-to-day life, our struggles as individuals and our inspirations. So it's something to watch out for.
Yep.
Daybreak, the podcast.
So don't expect them to be in pajamas late at night, trying to figure out cameras and the sound and all that, which, by the way, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I was talking about the countdown to Daybreak, which I tuned into and then got cut off.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, I got cut off. Yeah, but it's okay.
Funny.
It was fun. That was fun. Who were you with again? What's your name again?
Zaris.
Yeah, because she's been in your channel even.
She's also
she's hilarious. Why is that girl not? Why is that girl not on TV yet or something? Right?
Right?
I
But
know.
she's so talented. She can beatbox. She's a comedian.
Yeah.
She work in
She's
the production then. Music.
Yeah.
She's a part of an a cappella group. Pinopella.
Right. She should get her own show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe we'll hear her in your podcast, right?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure it's gonna be there,
but you just gave us an idea.
for sure
Cameo.
there will be more videos with her.
Yeah.
Kahit parang ganito lang ba, yung nakatambay lang na tutulog.
For sure. We
Pwede
have
na
a
yun.
lot of them.
Pwede na yun. Okay. The videos, before we let you go, the videos, and I'm sure you're going to shoot some more. Have you shot anything for Let Go? Pardon my ignorance.
We have. We're releasing it soon.
Hindi pa. So it's not out yet.
But the lyric video is on
The
our
lyric video, yes. Pero wala pa yung official video. So hindi pa ako huli sa balita.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to be in the video?
Yeah.
Yes.
That kind of video?
We're gonna be emote.
Which brings me to that point. Good that you mentioned that, because your videos, like for example, or the other one that you did, there's an element of acting in that stuff that you guys are doing, huh?
Yeah, because
We
we're
come from theater.
yeah, theater majors.
That's right. That's your background.
That's why we were so happy to act.
Yeah.
Yeah, acting with a skeleton, acting with a broom, acting
Fun.
with coffee. You know, galing ha. Parang yung mga, di ba mga acting drills yan? My wife's an actress, so
Wow.
I hear that about you guys have like those acting drills with inanimate objects, right?
Mhm.
So that comes into play with the music videos.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was really fun, and we're so thankful to MV and Shira. MV is our director,
Yeah.
for letting us just have fun with it. They weren't very strict. Just do your thing, they said. So we did. Like, okay.
Boy, that looked like it looked Shira all over though, right?
Yes.
I mean, if you know her work,
Yeah.
parang
amazing.
lumabas talaga. I've only worked with her once, and she
Fun to
probably
work
didn't.
with.
She probably did not like that experience. So that's the last time she's worked. Shout out to Shira. Yeah.
Hey,
Anything.
Shira.
Anything. I'm sorry that I know you guys are still going to be talking some more because you're doing your podcast and
Yeah.
all that. But I really appreciate you
Thank
being on the
you.
show.
Thank
Anything
you.
else that you guys want to tell our listeners who are tuned in right now?
Yeah, we'll be a part of the New Year's Eve countdown. Yeah.
Yeah, it's called By
Yep,
2020.
2020. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not
and-
gonna say when it because it's a New Year's Eve countdown. I've done a mistake there. But yeah, please also do listen to Daybreak. It's out now on all digital streaming platforms, and also watch our videos. If you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, that's Leanne and Naara. We're also everywhere: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Just want to give
for more update.
a shout out to Warner Music, our
Yeah.
producer Brian Lotto,
Yeah.
Sonic States,
Yes.
Shira Luna, and the team. And thank you so much for everyone who's been supporting us. We're so thankful for you.
Thank you.
And
Welcome.
Boom, thank you so much for
Thank you,
for
Boom.
having us on the show. It's been
Yes.
fun. It was
No
really
problem.
fun.
Thank you, Bo
No,
and Molly.
Yeah.
Bo says hi and thank you. Believe me, he's grateful.
Oh.
I wanted to say, well, first of all, thanks for sit down. I wanted to thank you guys for making time for
course,
this.
of course.
And okay, shake hands. Okay. And my goal always, other than my personal goal, is to really just chat with the artists and break down their songs and albums and their lives in different ways that I want the show always to be remembered by the artist as a fun
Aw.
interview, and that's
One.
We'll
Thank
something
remember
that they'll
this.
remember.
It's our
And
first time, actually.
Magic.
Yeah, magic.
no kidding.
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you serious? Even with the other shows that we had at Studio 899? No?
Yeah, with
that's
Jam.
Yeah. With Jam, you have.
Magic.
I
Okay,
know.
yeah.
You had.
We've been with
You've had.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and we've been playing your
Jam's were
songs
funny.
since
Yeah.
Yeah.
2016. Shout out to Jam. Yeah.
Hey,
Yes,
Jam.
Hey, Jam.
Thanks for
Congratulations, and I hope you had fun with us, and I
Thanks.
hope you
really
remember.
had fun.
And I hope to see you guys live, playing instruments with everybody and hearing
Yeah.
these songs live soon enough.
Yeah.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much, Boom.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Leanne and Naara right
Thank
here
you.
on Live Drive Sessions. Thanks for watching. Magic 89.9 on Twitch, on the Kumu app, and on Facebook, and soon enough on YouTube and on Spotify. My name is Boom, straight from Singapore. I'll see you next week for another edition of the Chat Room right here on Magic 89.9. Bye, everybody.